I'll say in just a moment, but first of all, I'm joined by Richard Shorter, who's a parenting coach who's worked with Premier League and football clubs and the Football Association. Richard, good evening to you. Good to have you on the programme. Thanks a lot for coming on. What do you think of these pushy, loud parents on the touchline?
Well, I think sadly we've known that this has been the case across grassroots football for a long time, that there is a minority, and they are a minority, who ruin it for other people, and more importantly, ruin it for children and stop children having great experiences at their local football club.
And have you seen examples of inappropriate behaviour?
Yes, a lot of inappropriate behaviour happens at different levels and different scales. If you talk to young people and children, they'll talk about how lots of instructions, lots of criticism from the sideline, even if parents are staying behind the respect barrier, just diminishes their experience. So, and then we hear about the car journeys children have with well-meaning parents who debrief them, go over everything they did wrong, moan about the coach, moan about the ref. So we're aware that this is a problem. It's good that Lincolnshire are trying to address it. However, I would probably suspect that if a parent has got to that emotional point that they're going to cross the line, a lot of things could have been done long time before that at the local club to help parents regulate themselves a lot better.
And I gather you think that coaches maybe shouldn't pick the children of parents who are too pushy. Now, that's a controversial line in itself, isn't it? Because, I mean, it's unfair on the children.
Well, yes, it is, and it's unfair on all the children to be having that experience. My view is that grassroots sport is a community event, and if individuals are ruining that community event, then there is a knock-on. The reality is, Pete, coaches are already trying to find ways to not select those children already. I have loads of coaches saying to me, you know, the really obnoxious parents, we try and find ways to not include their children. And I think if clubs had a real will to help parents understand how to regulate their emotions so that kids were having a better experience, we wouldn't have to worry about respect lines. It's a great start, but there's so much more positive interventions that clubs could be making.
It's just such a sad state of affairs when we have to have barriers and marshals, isn't it? I mean, it just seems ridiculous. It's a game of football, for heaven's sake, on a Sunday morning.
Well, it is. And do you know what? Sport is incredibly emotive and emotional. It's why it holds such a great space in our society. And then you put into that someone's child and you've got that double emotional whammy. Not that I'm justifying poor behaviour at all. And so what we need to be doing is we need to be finding positive ways of engaging with parents, as well as the punitive ways as well, to help them understand. Like most kids, if given a voice, will say to the parents, actually, we find this really unhelpful. So one of the things that the coaches can do is ask the kids, what's it like when the parents are getting like that on the sideline? And parents reading what their children are saying, they find that quite humbling, and it starts to help them modify their behaviour.
Great words, and lovely to have you on the programme. But Richard, thank you very much indeed. And most grateful to you. And just looking at this.